Hey folks, welcome back to another Dice Tower preview. I'm Mark, and today we're heading to a world that's pretty far gone. Kingdoms have collapsed, the plague is mutating everything it touches, and the few remaining factions are fighting not just for territory, but for the last scraps of strength that they have left. The Dark Order drops you right into this fight, where every decision feels like you're balancing on the edge of survival. This is a tactical two-player card game, but it doesn't feel like you're just playing cards. It feels like you're directing squads who are already worn down, already carrying the weight of the world on their shoulders. Your most important resource isn't cards or units, it's your battle reserve. That number represents how much stamina, command, and sheer willpower your faction has left. Every time you reveal a unit for combat, assign supporting gear, or trigger a crucial tactic, you're draining that reserve. You're starting at 40, and if you hit 0, it's over instantly. So throughout the game, there's this constant tension. Is this the moment to push, or am I about to burn out? Everything you do is driving towards one of the three main ways this war can end. If you can seize control of the map and claim 3 locations, you've tightened your grip on the region. If you manage to corner and take down the opposing commander in the battle zone, that ends things fast and brutally. And of course, if you can grind your opponent's battle reserve all the way down to 0, their forces simply can't stand anymore. They collapse and the battle is yours. The game always feels like it's pulling you towards one of these 3 paths, even if you don't realize it right away. On your turn, the first thing that really shapes the round is choosing which part of this ravaged world that you're going to fight over. The aggressor picks the location for the round, and that single decision really sets the tone for everything that follows. Some spots offer powerful rewards if you can scavenge them. Others are just too important to let your opponent claim. Once the location is set, you'll look at your hand and decide how hard you want to push. Maybe you deploy a unit ready to hit fast, or maybe you slip someone in exhausted to conserve your battle reserve, as you will want to do. You can send fighters into the battle zone or peel a few specialists off to the location zone to scavenge while the chaos unfolds. Once both sides have committed, the clash plays out through speed and positioning, back and forth, as the round's story unfolds right there on the table. The battlefield is divided into 2 fronts. The big clash happens in the battle zone, where positioning and speed really decide everything. Those faster units strike first, setting the pace of the fight, while slower units can hit really hard but may not live long enough to act. Frontline units can reach deeper into your opponent's territory, while units tucked in the back line depend on the field opening up before they can get involved. And those hidden face-down units you deployed exhausted to save your battle reserve, well, they can still be attacked. If your opponent calls you out, they flip and take damage normal. There's this great moment of suspense. Whenever someone aims an attack at a face-down card, you can really feel both players leaning in. Meanwhile, your scouts and your specialists are slipping into the location zone, trying to scavenge the ruins for anything useful. These units don't cost you battle reserve, but you're also giving up their strength in the main fight. At the end of each round, whoever sent the fastest team gets the rewards printed on the location card. Extra support, artifacts, tokens, tools that can completely swing the next battle. But the location card itself doesn't go to the scavengers. It goes to whoever wins the main battle in the battle zone, where remaining command values decide control. Claim 3 of those and you're dominating the region. Now, what's really compelling here is just how different each faction really feels. The Sanctuary, they're going to march forward with this unshakable conviction, using discipline and faith to crush those they consider impure. The Apothecaries roam the wasteland, patching themselves together with alchemy and mutations and fighting with sharp, pragmatic efficiency. And the Plague, well, they are the most relentless. Mutated horrors that press in with overwhelming force, happy to pull you straight down into the dirt. Each faction has 2 commanders, and the one you choose really will shape up how you approach the whole game. Every round tells its own little story. Sometimes you throw everything you've got into the battle zone, just praying your units survive long enough to turn the tide. Sometimes you hold back, conserving your battle reserve for a bigger strike later. Sometimes the scavenging rewards become the lifeline you desperately need. And more than once, both players end up staring at those battle reserve markers, creeping lower and lower, daring each other to make the next move. The Dark Order is tense, tactical, and full of moments where one decision can change everything. You're not just managing a battlefield, you're managing exhaustion, morale, and the dwindling reserve of strength your faction has left. It captures that feeling of fighting through the end of the world, with whatever you have left, one brutal round at a time. Alright folks, just a reminder once again, this has been a Dice Tower paid preview, and everything you've seen has been in prototype form, so keep a close eye on the campaign for any changes that still may occur. Now with that said, I love a good card battler for sure, and I love that there's lanes and battles and you can go off and scavenge the different locations, and you're battling over those. And also, one of the really neat things I love about games like this is when they take your health or this battle reserve, and it has some interesting trade-offs about what am I spending, how much do I have left, am I getting close to zero and losing, and just how much of that battle reserve do I want to use and push forward for one last battle push, so to say. And it's a really neat trade-off as you move through the course of this game. And the artwork here is absolutely beautiful. Amazing cards, the factions, how they work and how they're very, very different really plays out in a neat way across the battlefield for sure. But folks, ultimately, if this looks like something of interest to you, I'm sure they'd appreciate your support. So I think that's it for me, and until next time, we'll see you at the table.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you like this review or whatever you just watched, wasn't it amazing? Check out our channel, Dice Tower. We have all kinds of things. We review games, we do top 10s, we play games live. It's all about board games, but especially the people who play them. Check out Dice Tower YouTube channel.